Well, I wasn't expecting myself to make such a video so soon. However, this is something that is going to affect top tier, so why not revisit the new BR changes? But welcome to another Talking Head video, but this time we're going to be discussing the new changes made to the preliminary notes for the upcoming BR changes. And in truth, this was and still is a very interesting change, as it may be foreshadowing the upcoming updates. But before we go ahead and talk about the upcoming changes, a very quick word from today's sponsor, Mech Arena. Check out Mech Arena, a fast-paced mech versus mech shooter for both your mobile and PC. Build your mech up to your own specs, be a support class, a heavy tank type mech, or a good all-rounder to get the upper hand against other players. Install Mech Arena using my link in the description, or scan this QR code right here to get started today and get a free pack worth $30 to help kickstart your game. Oh, and if you're quick, you can also add me as a friend so we can team up and take on the opposing team. Be seeing ya. So in my previous news and updates video, I showcased much of the new changes to the already existing BR brackets, as well as the newly introduced 12.0 bracket for aviation. And it's most certainly a much needed decompression for aviation, as you guys are suffering right now in the higher tiers, and trust me, I see it. And of course, there were some changes to the already existing ground vehicles, but if for whatever reason you are curious about the previous changes, you are welcome to check out my previous video by either clicking on the link below in the description or by browsing my channel, whichever is more convenient for you. So now on to the new changes that are happening. To make things short and sweet, there will be a new 11.3 BR bracket for ground vehicles, and all existing top tier vehicles, or at least most of them, will be moving up. And yes, the Arietes, along with the automatic, is moving up to the now previous top tier bracket that was 11.0. I'll get more into the Italian situation a bit later in the video. And of course, here's the list. Oh, and keep in mind, I'm only talking about RB. Oh, and another thing too that I forgot to write in this little script I wrote is any of these changes that you guys see are subject to change, right? It's kind of a weird way to go about it, but everything you're seeing in this video may change like the previous one. I mean, I told you that already, but this was kind of a shocker to me. So please keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this video. However, when it comes to the list, I may be missing a few. However, from what I can see, the only thing not moving up in BR is the T90, and that is going to stay at 10.7 for whatever reason. I don't believe that's going to stick, but who knows? Besides, that is going to lead into the next subject. But for right now, everything from SPAAs to light tanks will be going up approximately 0.3 BR, with some vehicles like the Merkava Mark IIIs moving up to 0.4 BR to now 10.7, and of course the previous BR changes found in the last version of this dev blog are still happening. Now this is where things may become much more interesting. Now, I'm only going to speculate, and trust when I say there's nothing I know that you don't already know. No behind the scenes stuff, no rumors, nada. I believe this recent change shows that we are going to be getting either 11.3 or 11.7 ground vehicles in the upcoming update. More specifically, more top tier vehicles with active protection systems. The reason I say that is not only by these recent changes to the BR brackets, but by the previous event. If you've ever played War Thunder long enough, or if you've been playing it long enough, you should know by now that Gaijin likes to bring in certain types of unique event vehicles to nations that are needing new things, such as Germany getting the F4 Phantom early before it got the tech tree variant in the following update. And seeing that APS is a hot topic currently, thanks to the T80UM2 being in the previous event, it's easy to speculate that Russia and other top tier nations may be getting their similar vehicles. And it makes sense, seeing that the only nations to feature such systems is Israel, Britain, and Russia. Germany, US, Italy, etc. they all need theirs, or whatever variant they may have in existence. I don't believe the Italians have one, but I mean, there's no point for them to not have one at some point, I guess. So that means we may see vehicles like the T90M with the Arena APS, maybe the Leopard 2A7A1 with its own trophy system, much like the Merkavas, maybe even the M1A2C with the trophy, though that's a stretch, as that is a very modern and advanced Abrams. Imagine if we had it and it only fired M829A2? Yeah, that wouldn't sit well with many, including myself. And hell, many have been saying that Germany needs a new top tier tank since the last one we got was the Leopard 2A6 a little over 2 years ago, and not much has changed about it, at least thankfully. Now, I won't go into detail about each active protection system, as in truth, even I don't fully understand them. I get the basics, right? But not enough to talk about it here. Besides, APS can at times be very gimmicky, kind of like the T80 UM2s, but it has its moments. More so in the Black Knight and the Merkava Mark IVs. I mean, against other helicopters and whatnot, that thing has saved my butt on countless occasions. However, the Italians, in my honest opinion, they are not 11.0 worth. And the automatic, yeah, not even close. You have what? A gun system with some good features, being the proxy rounds hitting really hard, and pairing it with the IRST, it can make for a good SPAA. However, having it sit in a BR that only ever sees a large amount of top tier aircraft going at insane speeds and altitudes well above the effective range of the proxy round, and then you have SAM systems that will most likely counter whatever you are shooting at well before your round ever reaches it. Yeah, I don't agree with that change at all. I mean, it can work, but it is unnecessarily bad for the BR. And for the Arietes, well, they can kind of speak for themselves, as they are mostly regarded as one of the worst top tier nations in this game. And I mean, you're welcome to watch my previous video talking about it in detail. The link will be down below as well. So I believe that is one of the sole reasons as to why we are getting the new 11.3 bracket, to prepare the top ranks for the upcoming stuff. It may not even be this coming update, though I wouldn't be too surprised if they did bring us mostly all ground vehicles this update, as the previous one saw mostly aircraft more so than ground vehicles. So it would be nice if Gaijin did give us a bit of love, because come on, ground RB, it's fun, it's great as it is right now, but we can definitely use some more vehicles to play with. But that's it. That's all I got for when it comes to these new changes. Do I agree with them? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm looking forward to the future and of course the T90M, but that's kind of a tough one because Russia most certainly does not need a new top tier tank, at least not in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Do you agree with this? Are you excited, or are you frustrated with these changes? Let me know and I'll chime in my 2 cents as per usual. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel. The link will also be below in the description. But as always, thank you again for taking the time to listen to this. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you not only in the next video or even the streams, but in War Thunder itself. And as always, happy grinding.